Now, residents of Lokoja are voicing outrage over the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FERMA's failure to address the deplorable state of the Ganaja Road, a critical section of the Lokoja Ganaja Ajaokuta Federal Road. The less than 1 kilometer stretch, particularly at Nyanmayanma before the bridge and near Ganaja Primary School, has been under repair for 3 years now, with an inefficient contractor blamed for severe gridlock and untold hardship for motorists. Now, in the past 72 hours, the situation has deteriorated, trapping commuters daily without an eastern bypass. The neglected road has caused prolonged delays, safety risks, and economic strain for motorists and local businesses. Residents are calling for immediate government intervention to complete repairs and restore normalcy. My colleague, News Central's correspondent Mana Balagbogbo, joins us now from Kogi State to bring the update on the deplorable state of the Ganaja Road. Mana, thank you so much for joining us. Very quickly to find out what exactly is, let's start from the boat mishap that we gave an update about earlier. What can you tell us from the harmonization meeting that's happening now as we speak in Lokoja regarding the boat mishap?
Good afternoon, Blessing. The harmonization meeting is still ongoing. The members of officials of the Kogi State Emergency Management Agency are meeting with also the National Inland Waterways Authority officials, with also the National Emergency Management Agency, NOMA. Some of their officials from Abuja are in town here in Lokoja, and the meeting is still ongoing. But what I can confirm via phone call with Alhaji Mukhtar, who is the Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, he told me this morning that about 9 bodies have been recovered and that they are still working to ensure that they can get more information. So what this harmonization meeting is all about is actually getting the facts and data together, and then everyone ensuring that they are reporting the same figures. Because if you look at some of other broadcast stations, they've been reporting, diverse numbers in terms of the casualties, those dead and those still, those rescued and those who are yet to be uncovered, those buried under the water. So that is what the purpose of the meeting is all about. When I spoke to the Red Cross Society yesterday, they refused to comment, saying that some of their volunteers are still in Ibachi community and they are doing their own tabulation in terms of the casualties. And all of this information will lead up to the intervention efforts for the families of those who lost loved ones.
All right, Mana, if you can hear me, I apologize for interrupting. We have a live session that we want to cross over to now, but we'll come back to you shortly to discuss more on the deplorable state of the Ganaja Road. Right now, there is an ongoing book launch in the FCT by the former Chief of Defense Staff, General Loki Irabo, with high-profile individuals in attendance. And as you can see, the former president of Nigeria, Gridlock, Jonathan, is speaking. We'll cross over now to get live feed from there. We're still trying to fix the audio from our live feed that we're getting directly from the FCT. Once we're able to reestablish that, we'll cross back live to the book launch. But in the meantime, let's go back to Mana Balagbogbo, who's currently live in Lokoja, Kogi State, to give us an update on the deplorable state of the Ganaja Road, which is a very pivotal linkage in Lokoja area there. Mana, so let's now talk about the road. We've talked about the security situation. But regarding the boat mishap, I beg your pardon, but regarding the road in Lokoja, can you describe the current situation on the ground and share what residents are saying about the impact of this 3-year delay on their daily lives? It's been 3 years.
Yes, actually, I was speaking to a journalist from the State Broadcasting Corporation moments ago, and he was telling me that it's actually 10 years. So he had to stretch it back and forth. And I was trying to get into the nitty-gritty of why the roads have not been, repaired all this time. And he said that some of the residents here have said probably due to politics, because a lot of persons in the Ganaja community are members of the People's Democratic Party. And of course, the governor, Usman Ododo, he's a member of the APC. So that is their own rationale for why the roads have been abandoned. But I just have to clearly state the fact that this is a federal government road. But of sometimes we've seen the state government sometimes intervene and repair some of those roads. But the state of the road is just so deplorable. Our residents have resorted to taking stones. I just want to pan the camera a bit. If you can see some stones on the road, and you see that that is how they are able to manage the situation. Sometimes it gets embarrassing that they would have to stop some of the motorists and collect fines from them because they are trying to manage the situation with the roads. And to answer your question about some of the residents here, but in this particular area, the most people you will see here are traders, people who are selling farm feeds, selling drinks and all of that. And there is one challenge that is very common amongst all of them. And they tell me that, you know, when they are bringing their goods to this particular area, it's very difficult for some of the trailers to be able to access their shops so that they can restock their products. And it's very challenging from them. They'll have to resort to using tricycles to go a little bit distance from this particular area to get products here, and it's really challenging. So a local trader who is just across the road, I'm trying to pan my camera so that you can see her. She is a petty trader, and she complains to me that since this very incident, it's very difficult to attract customers to her shop because, I mean, everybody's just wary of this particular place. But when the road was, you know, in good fashion, people will stop by to patronize her, and it's just really, really disheartening to know that the roads have been abandoned thus far too time. Yeah.
All right, Mana Balagbogbo, thank you so much for the update on the road, and we're hoping that now that the issue has been spotlighted, like you said, some even say that it's been 10 years and this has affected their lives. We're hoping that there is a solution. Thank you for the update.